Next up on the Festive Marathon, The Husbands of River Song. This one I personally think is the best episode, or best Christmas episode, of Peter Capaldi's time as the Doctor. And looking back on it, it's an episode that didn't necessarily need to exist, but I think we're all mighty glad it did. And it is beautiful. The Doctor is recruited by someone called Nardole, played by Matt Lucas, and taken to his actual recruitment for Professor River Song, who needs his help. She believes she's a surgeon. She needs his help to save her husband, King Hydroflax, which obviously the Doctor is not too pleased about, discovering that she had more than just him as a husband, including King Hydroflax and someone named Ramon. They ultimately go out on a wild adventure, which eventually leads them to a place that the Doctor hoped he could put off for as long as he could. But yeah, I mean, looking back on this episode and looking back along the Doctor Who timeline, this was technically an episode that didn't have to exist, but I think we're all mighty glad it did. Mainly because the last time we saw River Song, at least from our point, was in the 2013 episode The Name of the Doctor. In that, by this point, she's already had her time in the library, she's already dead. It's her kind of consciousness had been saved to the hard drive by David Tennant's Doctor, and she now goes back and visits Matt Smith's version. Which, yeah, I mean, that was the last time we saw her, and that was kind of a fairly nice bit. The bit why I say The Husbands of River Song didn't technically need to exist was because around season 6, to go along with the series 6 box set, they also did a small range of mini-episodes, and two of these mini-episodes encompass kind of what the Doctor and River Song did kind of when they first started dating. And the Doctor ends up with kind of multiple River Songs showing up aboard the TARDIS. One who he is about to take out on a date to a planet filled with stars all across the sky, Calderon Beta. Yeah, he also ends up with one guy from about the middle of the timeline who's just done some fairly odd things. And crucially, there's another version who says that her version of the Doctor, once again still played by Matt Smith as Suit, is about to take her to the Singing Towers of Darrilium. For those who remember River Song's first episode, it was said that the last time she had seen the Doctor, he had taken her to the Singing Towers of Darrilium. That he had had a new suit, a new haircut, he had cried and given her the sonic screwdriver. If they had done it that the version of the 11th Doctor had taken her to the Singing Towers of Darrilium, that would have been fair enough. I mean, it would we wouldn't have technically seen that last adventure, but it did technically make River Song's journey a whole. We knew all the parts were there, we just had to imagine them doing it through. However, I do like that they brought Alex Kingston back for kind of a send-off to River Song, and I do feel it's a beautiful episode. Okay, just in those last kind of few minutes, kind of in the last, I don't know, about, maybe 20 minutes of the episode, when you know that they're heading there, it's sad because you know that River Song's journey is coming to an end, but yeah, just... And you know you're going to have to see that one final adventure with them. It's sad, but then it also does very well. I mean, the cast for this episode, once again, like most of the Christmas episodes I've noted, it does have a very good cast. I mean, Peter Capaldi and Alex Kingston are at their finest. You've also got Matt Lucas, who would go on to have a big part in the next year's Christmas special. Well, yeah. And you've also got in there the In-Betweeners actor and Taskmaster, Greg Davies. I mean, he does a great job as King Hydroflax. I mean, he does have these kind of monstrous moments, have destroy them, but they also manage to get a whole lot of good comedy out of it, such as him just being in the bag and just shouting at them, like, we're being threatened by a bag. I will destroy you. I mean, just they managed to get some great comedy out of it, which I think is good to see. And as I said, the ending of this episode, it's fun, but then it does have this kind of twinge of sadness. I mean, you're with Ken Rivers' song saying that, come on, I know, you're going to do that thing where I'm going to have lost all hope, and then you'll give that sly little smile and make everything all right again. Not forever. Everything has to end eventually. And it's sad, but it kind of reinforces the message that they gave in Last Christmas, which is that every Christmas is last Christmas. And this just happened to be the Doctors and Rivers. I mean, I do kind of like the little kind of touch, though, that he says a night on Darrilium lasts 24 years, which kind of does give us a little bit of a reason why we didn't get a new season kind of the next year in 2016. We didn't get some new Doctor Who, unless you count Class, until the Christmas special that year, which I'll get to. But yeah, I mean, once again, it's a tremendously fun episode. It's got some really big stakes. It's got some beautiful kind of camaraderie and a beautiful touching moment at the end. So yeah, this one, I feel, The Husbands of River Song, I feel, is the best episode, or the best Christmas episode, from Peter Capaldi's time as the Doctor. And I do feel it's beautiful. Anyway, next up, The Return of Dr. Mysterio. What do I think of that? Well, I just have to wait and see. Till then, see ya.